Every drop tells a story, every heartbeat, a connection. This is the mother's milk journey.
You stare at the clock, again. It's only been 50 minutes, but your hands already reach for the pump. The whirring sound fills the silence, your heart racing with one thought: if I stop, my milk will disappear. But what if I told you that pumping every hour might be the very reason your supply is falling? You're not failing. Your body is just begging for rhythm, not exhaustion. Stay with me. I'm Dr. Emma Lewis, and in the next few minutes, I'll show you how to protect your milk by giving yourself permission to rest. If this already feels like a small relief, don't forget to tap subscribe, like, and share this video with another mom who needs to hear it. And tell me in the comments, how often are you pumping right now? I'm Dr. Emma Lewis, a pediatrician and lactation consultant who has spent over a decade sitting beside mothers, listening to their fears, watching tears mix with courage, and helping them rediscover trust in their own bodies. Every day I meet moms who say, "I'm doing everything, pumping nonstop, setting alarms, but my milk keeps dropping." They look at me, exhausted, and whisper, "What am I doing wrong?" The truth is, nothing is wrong with you. You've just been told to fight your body instead of working with it. In this video, we'll uncover 3 myths that quietly sabotage milk supply, starting with the one that traps so many: pumping too often. You'll learn how your prolactin rhythm actually works, why rest fuels production, and how to rebuild confidence in your body's natural wisdom. If that sounds like the peace you've been searching for, make sure you stay with me until the end. And if my words already give you a bit of comfort, tap the subscribe button so we can keep walking this journey together. You can also like or share this video to support other moms who might need this calm reminder today. Tell me below, what's been your biggest struggle with breastfeeding? Myth number 1. Pump more, get more milk. Let's start with the belief that traps so many loving, determined mothers. The more I pump, the more milk I'll make. It sounds logical, doesn't it? You stimulate the breast, the body should produce more. But your body isn't a factory. It's a living, breathing rhythm. Here's what truly happens inside you. Every time you pump, your body releases a hormone called prolactin. It's the messenger that tells your breasts to make milk. But prolactin needs balance. It works in waves, not in endless alarms. When you pump every hour, you're not giving your body time to refill those waves. Instead of boosting production, you end up flattening the rhythm, and that beautiful balance starts to break. I've seen mothers pump 8, 10, even 12 times a day, chasing drops with tired eyes. Their cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. Their letdown reflex, controlled by oxytocin, slows down. They sit under that mechanical hum, waiting, watching, feeling more failure with each empty bottle. One mom I worked with, Clara, used to pump every hour after reading online advice that frequent pumping fixes low supply. Within a week, she was exhausted, her breasts sore, her output lower than before. When we switched to a gentler pattern, every 3 hours during the day and one stretch of 4 to 5 hours at night, her milk returned, stronger than ever. Your body is not lazy, it's trying to protect you. When you rest, prolactin rebuilds. When you breathe slowly, oxytocin flows. When you trust the pause, milk flows more freely. The key isn't more effort, it's better rhythm. So, if you've been setting alarms every hour, fearing that skipping one session will ruin everything, please know this: you can slow down. Take a deep breath, listen to your body's cues, and give it time to recover. The difference isn't small, it's everything. And if this explanation already feels like a gentle aha moment, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video if you've ever been caught in the pump more loop, share it with a friend who needs to hear she's doing enough, and comment below if you've ever felt guilty for taking a break. Your words might become the relief someone else is waiting for. Stay with me, because next, we'll uncover another myth that steals peace from so many mothers: the idea that your milk is too watery. Myth number 2: your milk isn't too watery. It changes for a reason. Now let's talk about another fear that quietly haunts so many new mothers. My milk looks too thin. Maybe it's not good enough. I can't count how many times a mom has shown me a bottle, holding it up to the light, her voice trembling. "It looks like water, Dr. Lewis. Is my baby starving?" I always smile softly and say, "No, love. That milk is perfect because it's alive." Human milk isn't supposed to look the same every time. It changes within each feeding, from day to night, from growth spurt to quiet day. The milk that first flows, the foremilk, is lighter and thinner, rich in hydration and sugars that wake your baby up. As feeding continues, the milk thickens into hind milk, creamier, packed with fats that help your baby grow and sleep. Together, they form a perfect rhythm of nourishment. When you pump too often or switch sides too quickly, you may interrupt that flow before your body naturally transitions from foremilk to hind milk. It's not that your milk is weak, it's that your body wasn't given the time to finish the beautiful process it already knows how to do. Let me tell you about Hannah, a mother who once cried because her pumped milk looked clear. We changed one simple thing. Instead of pumping every hour, she nursed or pumped until her breast felt light, really empty, before switching sides. Within 3 days, her baby's tummy calmed, her milk looked richer, and more importantly, she looked relieved. So please stop judging your milk by its color. Milk isn't a competition, it's communication. Your body reads your baby's needs and adjusts. Thinner milk on hot days to hydrate, thicker milk at night to soothe. Isn't that incredible? If this truth makes you breathe easier, share it forward. Hit that like button to help other moms stop worrying about the color of their milk, and tell me in the comments, have you ever doubted your milk because of how it looked? Every story shared helps another mom feel normal again. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you won't miss the next myth we're about to uncover, because what comes next may completely change how you rest. Myth number 3: resting won't drop your milk, it helps it flow. This is one of the most painful myths I hear from new mothers. If I rest, my milk will dry up. The idea that your worth depends on how little you sleep or how much you endure, it breaks my heart. I've met countless women sitting in dimly lit rooms, eyes half open, body trembling, saying, "I can't stop or I'll lose everything." But milk isn't made from exhaustion, it's made from peace. Your body produces milk through a delicate partnership of hormones. Oxytocin, the one that lets your milk flow, is called the love hormone for a reason. It thrives in calm, in warmth, in moments when you feel safe. When you rest your head, when you breathe slowly, when your baby snuggles against your skin, oxytocin rises and milk follows. But when stress, pain, and sleepless nights pile up, cortisol floods your system, blocking oxytocin's rhythm, and suddenly, even though you're trying harder than ever, milk seems to fade. I remember a mother named Maya. She hadn't slept more than 2 hours at a time in nearly a week. Every hour she pumped again, desperate to see more milk. Her shoulders were tense, her eyes hollow, her mind spinning with guilt. When she came to me, we made a radical decision to stop chasing milk and start healing instead. For 48 hours, she focused only on resting, eating warm food, holding her baby skin to skin, and letting herself breathe. On the 3rd morning, as sunlight touched her face, her milk flowed freely again, more than before. She laughed through tears, whispering, "I didn't lose it. I just needed to rest." That's the truth I want you to remember. Rest doesn't make you weak. It makes your body strong enough to give again. Your breasts aren't machines. They respond to your heartbeat, your emotions, your peace. Just as soil needs rain and sunlight to grow, your body needs both effort and recovery to thrive. So tonight, When your mind tells you to push harder, choose differently. Put down the pump for a moment. Drink a glass of water. Close your eyes. Let your body remember what it feels like to be safe. That safety is what brings your milk back. If this message brings you even a small sense of calm, let's keep that energy alive. Like this video if it reminded you to breathe. Share it with another mother who's been fighting her own exhaustion. And in the comments, tell me, what helps you find peace on the hardest days? Your answer might give another mom permission to rest tonight. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you and I can continue rebuilding your confidence, one peaceful breath at a time. Let's pause for a moment, right here, right now. You've listened, you've reflected, and maybe for the first time, you feel something shifting inside you, a mix of relief and quiet recognition. It's time to gather everything we've learned today and let it settle like sunlight over calm water. The first truth: more pumping doesn't mean more milk. Your breasts aren't engines. They're part of a living emotional system. Milk production depends on a hormone called prolactin, and prolactin thrives when given time to rebuild between feedings. When you pump every hour, you're not boosting production. You're flattening the very rhythm your body depends on. It's like trying to draw water from a well that hasn't refilled yet. The harder you pull, the drier it feels. But when you step back, breathe, and allow time between sessions, prolactin rises again, and your supply stabilizes naturally. The second truth: your milk isn't too watery. It's perfectly adapted. The milk you make shifts in color, thickness, and nutrient balance as your baby's needs change. The early, lighter foremilk quenches thirst. The later, richer hindmilk satisfies hunger. On warm days, milk becomes more hydrating. At night, it becomes fattier and soothing. Every variation has a purpose, and your body reads your baby's cues like a song. It responds instinctively without you needing to control it. So please, stop comparing bottles or worrying about how your milk looks. Every drop you make carries intelligence beyond measure. The third truth: resting doesn't drop your milk, it restores it. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Oxytocin, the hormone that lets your milk flow, needs calm, warmth, and trust. When you rest, your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and your oxytocin finds its way back into balance. That's when milk begins to flow again. Rest isn't laziness, it's part of the process. It's the pause between the notes that makes the music beautiful. Now imagine these three truths working together like a gentle triangle of balance: rhythm, adaptation, and rest. When you honor rhythm, your hormones align. When you trust adaptation, anxiety fades. When you allow rest, your body renews its strength. This is the quiet science of motherhood, the part no one writes on the pump box, but the wisdom every mother deserves to remember. If this message feels like a soft exhale, stay connected. Tap the like button if you felt lighter listening today. Share this video with another mother who's been measuring her worth by ounces. Tell me in the comments which of these truths hit home for you most deeply, because your story can become someone else's healing. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mother's Milk Journey. Every week we uncover the gentle intersection of science and soul in motherhood, one that reminds you that your body is not broken. It's beautifully designed. Take one more deep breath with me. Breathe, rest, trust. There's a moment I've witnessed countless times: a mother sitting in quiet light, her baby nestled against her chest, the sound of the pump finally silenced. At first, there's disbelief, then there's stillness, and finally, there's peace. If you've reached this point, I want you to pause. Feel your own heartbeat. The journey you're on isn't about ounces or bottles or perfection, it's about trust, the kind that grows slowly, quietly, between you and your body after months of fear and fatigue. I've seen it again and again. Mothers who once stared at empty bottles now smile at their babies instead. They realize that the real measure of nourishment isn't in numbers, It's in connection. It's in the way your baby's tiny hand opens and closes while feeding. It's in the deep breath you take when you finally stop fighting yourself. Your body has been waiting for this moment, to be forgiven, to be believed in again. You've done enough. You are enough. Sometimes healing doesn't arrive as a sudden breakthrough. Sometimes it's the quiet understanding that you can finally stop running. You can lay down the armor of constant effort and listen to the gentle rhythm underneath. That rhythm is your body whispering, "I remember how to care for you." One evening, I sat with a mother who hadn't smiled in weeks. She said, "I feel like I've failed my baby." I took her hand and told her what I'm telling you now. You haven't failed, you've been brave. Every tear, every sleepless night, every drop of milk, those are acts of love, and love never fails. She cried then, but they were softer tears, the kind that cleanse instead of wound. If this message finds you in that same fragile space, let yourself feel it fully. Let it melt the guilt, the worry, the comparison. You are not alone in this. Thousands of mothers around the world are reclaiming peace, one breath at a time. We are all learning to mother not just our babies, but ourselves. Take a moment right now to honor your strength. Like this video if something inside you softened while listening. Share it with another mother who deserves to rest. And please, write to me in the comments. What has this journey taught you about yourself? Your voice matters here. It might be the exact voice another mother needs to hear to start believing again. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Mother's Milk Journey. Every story we share builds a bridge of understanding, a space where science meets softness, and every mother finds belonging. Together, we can create a world where motherhood feels lighter, calmer, and more human. Now close your eyes for a second. Listen to your breath. That's your body speaking the oldest language of all, love. Before we end today, I want to leave you with something deeper than advice, an invitation. This space, the Mother's Milk Journey, isn't just a channel. It's a circle of women who are remembering that their bodies were never broken, only misunderstood. Every time you listen, every time you breathe a little easier, you're taking back a piece of peace that the world told you to trade for pressure. If this video brought even one small moment of calm to your heart, I want you to stay with us. Subscribe, not just to follow content, but to join a movement that believes motherhood should feel gentle, not frantic. Each week, we'll keep peeling away myths, fears, and doubts that have weighed mothers down for generations. Because you deserve truth, you deserve support, you deserve rest. And please, if today's story reminded you of someone, maybe your sister, your friend, your coworker who's been whispering, "I think I'm failing at this," send this video to her. You never know how much one honest message can heal. A single share could reach a mother crying quietly at 2 a.m., thinking she's alone. When she watches and realizes she isn't, you'll have changed her night, and maybe her journey. If something inside you shifted today, press that like button. It may seem small, but it tells YouTube to carry this message further to the mothers who need it most. And when you leave a comment, when you tell your truth, you give this community a heartbeat. I read every single one. The laughter, the tears, the moments you rediscover hope. They're why this channel exists. Motherhood isn't meant to be endured alone. It's meant to be shared in stories, in silence, in support. That's what this space is about. You can think of the Mother's Milk Journey as a virtual village, one where science and soul sit side by side, where experts meet empathy, and where every mother's voice matters. In the next video, we'll explore another myth that quietly hurts so many mothers: the belief that stress has nothing to do with milk. It's one of the most misunderstood parts of this journey, and understanding it might just transform the way you rest, heal, and feed your baby. So, take one last deep breath with me. You've learned, you've released, and now you belong. Click subscribe, tap the bell, share your thoughts below, and let's keep walking together. one gentle step, one honest story, one heartbeat at a time. Because every time a mother remembers she's enough, the world becomes softer for all of us. This is the Mother's Milk Journey. And I'm Dr. Emma Lewis. Thank you for letting me walk beside you today.